Here is David Avella with us this Tuesday morning. David, the economy is top issue. Got that. Fox Power rankings suggest Republicans have a 17-seat advantage in the House. Pretty good. What's your prediction?
It's going to be a very good night for Republicans, and as you pointed out, you see that continuing shift of independent voters to voting for Republican candidates. And look out throughout history, particularly in the last 40 years. It is where independents go in these midterm elections that decide the party in power what their final number ends up being. And in every election where the party where majority control has switched parties, it's because independents have gone double digits to the minority party to put them into the majority, which is what we're seeing right now in survey after survey.
The MSNBC host, Joe Scarborough, he says he would be, quote, very surprised if Republicans do not sweep the midterms. Watch this, David. Roll it.
The House, if you look at history, if you look at the latest inflation report, at this point, I'd be very surprised if Republicans didn't have a good night in the House. There would have to be a historic occurrence. A lot of Democrats still hoping that the overturning of Roe would cause, let's just say, some hidden trend lines that we're not seeing in the polls.
Well, look at this, too. A new poll shows 49% plan to vote Republican in November compared to 45% prepared to vote for Democrats. But David, here's a question for you. Why do you think the abortion issue faded?
Because economically, it has a far bigger impact on everyday voters' lives, and crime has a far bigger impact on voters in an everyday life situation. And that is what voters focus on, is what impacts them on a daily basis. Hence why you see those are being the top issues. But you played it with Scarborough. Even those who favor Democrats being in charge are acknowledging that it's not going to be a good night for Democrats. And as Republicans, we may even need to send a thank you to the Democratic Party for playing in a number of primaries, thinking that they were going to put a weaker candidate in, but Kari Lake's going to win, and Tudor Dixon's going to win in Michigan, and Joe O'Dea and Barbara Kirkmeyer in Colorado, all folks that Democrats had a big impact making sure they were the nominees and thinking they would beat them. And in fact, they've done much to help get them elected this November.
That was a political mistake of the first order, I suspect. Hey, David Avella, thanks for joining us. See you again soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.